I had an affair with my cousin. I felt comfort in my cousin, and I ran to him.
He's your second cousin.
Yes.
Please, everyone, welcome Tabitha back to the Maury Show. You see, 7 years ago, Tabitha brought her husband Rodney to our show for a DNA test on her baby daughter, Isabella. And so before we find out why Tabitha's returned, take a look at what happened during that dramatic appearance.
Right now, it's about to hit straight to divorce court if he don't get his ass up and help me take care of your child!
I don't know how this picture of this particular animal has anything to do with this story, but apparently it does.
See, we had Happy when he was little, because he grew up on a farm. He says he got kicked to the private area by a donkey, so he can't have children.
Oh, who told you he paid $5 for sex?
The girl actually came up to my mom's door and told me.
I am 150% sure that Isabella is not my child. I can't even have children because a donkey kicked me in my you-know-what. When the results prove that I am not the father, she can kiss our marriage goodbye.
Good to see you.
Cheated around the same time we got pregnant. The one who got pregnant around the same time.
And you're the one that can't be a husband. You have to go out to get a hooker.
In the case of 6-month-old Isabella, Rodney, you are the father.
You dare let the donkey apologize to me.
So, 4 years after that show, Tabitha suffered a tragic loss of a close relative. And because she was kind of drowning in grief, she says she lost her mind and cheated on Rodney. So this is where the story goes from bad to worse, because Susan cheated with her second cousin, Brad. And then she discovered she was pregnant with her now 2-year-old daughter, Madison. So today, Tabitha has no idea if husband Rodney or second cousin Brad is Madison's father. You're back today because back then you lost your mind. What happened?
My brother passed away on me, and I just didn't care anymore. I did what I wanted to do, what I felt like I wanted to do.
Okay, and you and Rodney were married at the time, correct?
Yes, we've been married for 7 years.
And so what did you do?
I had an affair with my cousin. I felt comfort in my cousin, and I ran to him.
He's your second cousin.
Yes.
So your grandmother and his grandmother are sisters, right?
His mother is my grandmother's sister.
Oh, his mother is your grandmother's sister. I understand. And did Rodney find out about all this?
Yes, I told him once me and Brad got into an argument. I sat Rodney down and told him.
Were you ready to leave Rodney for Brad?
Yes.
You were going to go be with your second cousin?
Yes.
Do you regret cheating on your husband now?
Yes,
You know how that made me feel?
110%.
And then you found out you were
Of
pregnant.
all people, your own cousin.
What'd your family think about all that, Tabitha?
Oh, yeah, every one of them.
And how do
They all disowned me and him.
I guess they do, yeah. And they disowned Brad too, I guess.
Yeah.
So, when you found out you were pregnant, did you immediately think, oh my Lord, this could be my second cousin's baby or my husband's?
Yes, I did. I was pacing the floors. I was scared to death. I didn't know what to do, but Rodney told me he'd support me through the whole thing.
And he did.
Yes, he did.
So he was there all through the pregnancy?
Yep, every appointment, every
That's how it was,
ultrasound.
even though you did what you did to me.
And did you tell Brad you were pregnant and he could be the father?
Yes, I did tell Brad I was pregnant. He didn't want nothing to do with it. He just took off.
He just took off.
And that's a piece of crap.
So, Rodney wants to be the father, apparently, and Brad does not want to be the father.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. And so if I put pictures of him, of Rodney and Brad up, and take a look at that child.
I think she looks more like Rodney.
Rodney? Really? Not Brad?
No. I mean, she has some features because we're related. But I think she looks like Rodney.
Has Brad seen her?
Yes.
What's he think?
He loves her. You know, he plays with her too. They go to little parks and they play with toys, and he does that too.
But he doesn't want to be the father.
No.
Rodney is here. We're going to meet him, and we're going to meet Brad in a moment, and we're going to find out which of these men. Boy, this is, I don't know if I've ever been in this situation before, where we're talking about a second cousin possibly being the father. I mean, we've had a lot of fake cousins on this show, but not a real one.
I'm hurt by this, Maury. I made mistakes. You know, I'm only human.
So, Brad, you admit
Yeah.
to our producers the whole thing was a mistake.
Yes, it's definitely a mistake because, I mean, not only are we cousins, she was married, and, things were a little different. I mean, they let,
And I
they
was
let me
hurting,
live.
and you took advantage of that.
No, that ain't what happened. I didn't have a place to go at the time, and, I called her mother, and her mother said that, call Tabitha. I did. I stayed with them. I told them as soon as I can get on my feet, I'd get out.
You betrayed me, man.
I got on my feet and I got out, but then, we didn't see each other as much. So then whenever we didn't see each other as much, that when we did, that's when it actually happened.
So, Brad,
like
not only are you second cousins with Tabitha, apparently Rodney was your best friend.
Yeah, he's pretty, I looked at him more like a little, like a little brother kind of thing, probably more than
You
friends.
betrayed me,
Still
man.
is. Rodney, I mean, I still love you to this day, but, you all had a swinging relationship whenever I moved in with you. So, I mean, who's to think anything about it? I
She
would have
was
thought
my
that
wife,
you'd be
though.
hurt. I know she was your wife when y'all was swinging. How was I supposed to know y'all would have a problem with it?
Probably because we're related, and you took advantage of me in a very vulnerable moment. My brother just died.
My brother died before then. We're both grown here, Tabitha. I don't know what you're trying to prove. I mean, you ain't no little baby. You're grown. I'm grown. You knew what you was doing. I knew what I was doing.
So, Brad,
Rodney's the one that's suffering here.
Brad, why do you have doubts about being the father of Madison?
Because she was already pregnant when we first slept together.
I
Whoa.
was not.
You was too.
But you,
I conceived April 27th, bro. Same day that me and you did it, and Ronnie. Nope.
Brad, you wanted.
The test results will prove it.
Why didn't you want anything to do with the
There's no
pregnancy?
way I could be the father. There's no way.
There's no way.
She was already pregnant.
And so, therefore, is that why you weren't involved in the pregnancy?
I mean, that, and I was ruining, relationships was getting ruined, so why would I want to? And I told her, I said, look, you can't just tell everybody. I didn't want nobody knowing my business like that. She was telling Facebook and all kinds of stuff. I mean, I can understand, like, telling her husband or telling, that's it. Why tell people that it had nothing to, had to do with this,
Who do you think the baby looks like?
She definitely looks like Rodney.
We're going to talk to Rodney about that. Rodney, you're joining us
Yes.
from Louisville, Kentucky. How did you feel when you found out about Tabitha's affair with Brad?
I was destroyed inside. My heart killed me every day of it. And I just love Tabitha with all of my heart, and I don't see how she could have done something like that to me.
But I understand you suspected this all along, didn't you?
Yeah.
I
for
was
a while
hurting
there,
at
I
the moment,
suspected
Ronnie.
it.
I was hurting.
Yeah, but that don't give you the right to go out and do this to me.
Have you forgiven Tabitha?
Yes, I have forgiven Tabitha. She has reassured me that nothing's going to happen anymore, and she don't want to be used like that, so she said that she was done with it.
So what did you think when she told you she was pregnant and she didn't know whether it was yours or Brad's?
And I'm still
I was
hurting over
hurt.
this, Ronnie. I still cry every day.
I didn't know what to think. Sometimes I just wanted to punch something to get it out. I didn't know what to do. But at the end of the day, I still wanted to be the baby's father because of the fact that I never had one. So
Oh, because your father wasn't in your life? You want to make sure.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for what I put you through, Ronnie.
Rodney, you think Madison looks like you or Brad?
sometimes she looks like me, but then I think about it and I'm like, no, she's got more features than she does of me with Brad. She's got Brad's belly
really
button.
She don't look like me, right? She looks like you. And I want to say I'm sorry too, just like Tabitha did. I'm sorry as well, but Madison's definitely your baby.
If you're not the father, what's going to happen to your marriage?
If I'm not the baby's father, it's going to take a lot of talking things out between me and Tabitha that we're going to have to go through together.
So I have the results right here. Tabitha, what's going to happen if Brad becomes the father?
I don't know. I'm gonna try the best I can to work that out with Rodney. I'm still hurting over it. Like I'm sitting here crying about it right now. Like I just want this nightmare to end already.
Okay, here we go. In the case of 2-year-old Madison, Brad, you are not the father.
Yes.
I already knew it.
And in the case of 2-year-old Madison, Rodney, you are the father.
Oh, thank God.
You happy, Rodney? Are you happy?
Yes.
I want to let you all know that I love you guys, and I'm sorry for any trouble. And I agree with Tabitha. I think, it was a mistake, and we should just be family like we've been. And I love you guys very much, and I hope you all the best. I'm happy for you, Rod.
Well,
And Maury, we lost family over this, though. Like, we lost a lot of family members have disowned us over this. This is not,
Well,
this.
I understand, and maybe this result will bring those family members back into your circle.
You are not the father.